Welcome to another edition of the Fantasy Golf Gods podcast. We are your host. I'm Rusty Miller. That's Matt Jacobs.
What's up, guys?
How's it going, man?
Pretty good, you?
I'm great. Excited for a Valspar with probably the best field that they've ever had.
Yeah, looks pretty good. I'm excited.
Got a big jolt on Thursday or Friday when when Tiger decided to join it. So that's exciting. And we'll get into the course, and I think it'll be another fun course. But before we get started, I want to tell the viewers to hit like and subscribe and follow us on Twitter at Fantasy Golf Gods. We do a lot of fun stuff on Twitter. I run polls and ask questions and things like that. I like to get back to you guys, so at the end, I put out a tweet yesterday asking if you guys had any questions. We only got one this week, but we'll get to that, so stay tuned. And then what started it was last week we had a question, and we'll get to that. That's a real question.
Yes.
And then, so let's before we get started into the Valspar this week, let's talk about WGC Mexico.
Yep. Well, I will be up front. I didn't watch any. I worked, and then I actually played golf on Sunday. But it was a little funny story. I was teeing off on number 9, and I was in 4th place in our contest, and I was out of the money. Played 9, coming off the green, getting ready to go to the car, and I look down, and I'm tied for first, or I'm in first. So I had no idea what happened. And then you text me just as I looked at the phone and said, if Phil loses, you're in 4th place. So good job, Phil, on that win, because that really boosted my bankroll.
Yeah, so, I was sitting right there around the money, 3rd and 4th place, going into Sunday, and just had a really shitty day. My 6 and my main lineup went a combined plus 14, so didn't cash in any DraftKings for the first time in a long time. So
yeah, that's
took a poop and on Sunday, but it happens, and I'm a degenerate, so we're back here doing it again this week.
Yeah, plus 14, that's pretty impressive.
It was. I had Pat Perez and Shoffley and Fatelli and
Ricky?
No. Lee, Hung Tong Lee.
Yep.
And so all of them just played like crap. So
I would pick them this week because chances are they're not going to go back to back.
Well, maybe, but then also the course was a lot of fun. I enjoyed watching the tournament, even though my DraftKings was crap on Sunday. I couldn't turn it off. The course was awesome. I love it. We live here in the Midwest, and a lot of our golf courses are tree lined like that.
Yeah.
So, and there's not a ton of those on tour, so that was fun to watch golf similarly to how we play it, especially at the IU course here. It's super tree lined, and
the little bit I got to see, it kind of reminded me of that.
And that's similar to that. But Sunday was great from the standpoint of I was rooting for Justin once my guys kind of took a crap, and with that hole out on 18 was unbelievable. And then Phil kind of sneaking in, and Hatton was there, and I don't know. It was a fun day of golf, for especially not being a major, having really any winnings on the line. It was a fun day.
Yeah.
So,
how'd your one and done do?
T37. So I'm officially the worst one and done player ever. But
Will you ask me?
Yeah, how'd you do?
First place.
First place?
Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, I know. I run it, so I know where you're at. That 1.7 million really helps you.
Yeah, that really skyrocketed me. Unfortunately, another player picked him as well, but we're so close right now. It's basically like we're starting off from scratch.
I'm not.
You are like 1.7 back?
More than that.
Yeah, you're...
I think I have a combined salary of like $200,000 for the year already. I've got 2 missed cuts, a withdrawal, and I didn't get a guy the week I was on vacation because I picked 2 and neither of them were in the field. So I had 4 events that didn't have a guy or doing cash, and the first Tournament of Champions I picked Brooks, who finished dead last.
But I have a feeling. I feel like it's like our DraftKings contest we have. If you're in the money on day 1 or 2, you never finish in the money.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that you're you're so far out of sight, you're not even in the race.
Yeah.
But you
we run our one and done's a little different where the majors are double. So if I pick a winner in a major and nobody else in our group does,
yeah, you're gonna be right
then I'm gonna jump in the lead. So I'll worry you after the U.S. Open or something halfway through the major season. So. This week we're at Valspar, Tampa, Florida, Innisbrook Golf Club, and they have several courses there, and we're playing Copperhead. So tell us about it.
I don't know much about it. A lot of par 3s, 5 par 3s,
yep.
4 par 5s.
Yep, which is fun. I think if you're going to have, you want a par 71. Get rid of a par 4, not a par 5. There's so many of them. I think that it's go ahead and get rid of one of those and keep the par 5s.
That'll be interesting to see. I mean, with that many par 3s, I think you're going to have to look at par 3 scoring.
Yeah,
because that's more than a couple, and it's pretty tight.
Yeah, it's also tree lined, not as bad as Chapultepec.
Very good with the announcing.
Yeah, 4 days of watching it, you learn how to say it. But it is very tight, more tree lined. You think of Florida, you think of big bunkers, you think of flat, oceany. It's kind of inland a little bit, even for being in Tampa. So there's tree lines and kind of rolling undulation in the hills and things. So it feels like it's a course elsewhere than in the middle of Florida. So it's a fun course. It has the snake pit, which is 2 weeks ago we had the bear trap, which was 3 brutal holes coming down this stretch.
Which really killed a lot of people.
And this week it's the snake pit, and they're also really, really brutal, and the tournament will be won or lost there. Like and that's 16, 17, and 18.
Moccasin, the Rattler, and the Copperhead.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
And then the quick note is also on the par 4s. Last year, all of them played over par.
Yes.
So you're going to make your hay on par 5s. You're going to hold your own on par 3s, and then just hold on par 4s. Okay. So
decently long course too.
Yeah, it's
72,
7,300 is what I heard. Can't think of anything else with the course. Give me the wind update.
So we looked at the weather. It looks like there's going to be some wind moving in Thursday afternoon to Friday morning. So your Thursday morning tee time, Friday afternoon tee time is going to be a little better.
As of now.
As of now, this is Tuesday morning. Also some rain coming in Sunday with winds anywhere between 11 and 16 miles an hour. So that could affect some guys. With Fantasy Nationals database, you can sort through all kinds of wind data and stuff and try to find somebody who plays well with that. But for the most part, your guy's going to get through the cut not playing in much wind, but could have some wind to deal with on Sunday and some rain. Hopefully it holds off, but it's Florida. It could rain every afternoon. Doubtful, but I think that's about it. Nothing major as far as the weather goes. That's all I got for that.
Okay. You want to get into it?
Let's do it. I like the names of some of these holes.
Yeah.
Second Thought, Narrow Neck, Sidewinder, Hidden Gem, Packard's Double Dog Leg.
All right.
Looks like a cool course.
All right.
All right.
So 5 players above 10,000. Jordan at 11.8, Rory at 11.3, Sergio at 10.9, Henrik at 10.2, and Justin Rose at 10,000 even.
So I like some of those guys.
Yeah.
I will say, in my model. Go ahead.
We should talk about stats.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. In my model on Fantasy National, I'm running strokes gained ball striking, strokes gained par 3, strokes gained,
Total? No, you mean short game.
Short game, yes. Strokes gained putting.
Yeah.
And DraftKings points.
Okay.
In my model, with that, over the last 24 rounds, Henrik Stenson's coming out number 1, and he is the only one in that field in the 10,000 or above before we get to Justin Rose at 19.
Okay.
So I have those big guys are way down the list, and my model Sergio is 33. We have Jordan at 60th because his strokes gained par 3 is 106th in the field, and his strokes gained putting 116.
How many rounds you running?
24. Ball striking 6th, short game 55, DraftKings 44. Rory is 49th. Sergio, I said, is 33. Henrik 1st, and Rose 19th of those top tier guys.
So rank them. Are you taking any of them?
Yeah.
I should say, so usually we struggle with which one or which two we're going to use, things like that. You got to have one. You're going to try to jam 2 of the top 5 in. This week I looked at it and I was like, you could fade the entire top 5 and make a case for it.
The only one right now that I'm looking at is Stenson.
Yeah.
Just because he pops so well on my model, and it's not like it's Stenson's 1 and Spieth is 4 or 5. Spieth's 60th or whatever he is. Rose is 19th. Sergio's 33rd. I mean, they're not even close in my model. Now, I'm not saying I'll fade them 100%, but in my core group of guys, I think Stenson's going to be in it.
Okay. One thing we need to talk about real quick, too, is this is a harder course.
Yes.
So we're not going to have the minus 20.
Scoring is going to be much higher.
Yeah. So last year, Hadwin won at a minus 14, but before that, it's usually like minus 7 or minus 10, minus 7, minus 10. So somewhere between there. Cut has been anywhere from even to plus 4 in the last 5 years. And even was 5 years ago. Everything else has been more. So to make the cut, you just got to hang around par.
Yeah.
Keep plotters that's going to stay around par and not give away. So bogey avoidance is going to be a big one this week.
Yep.
So that's where we're at on that. On mine, I think I'm on board with you. There's only 2 people that out of the top 5 that I'll have in my lineups, and it'll be Stenson and Sergio. Sergio's ball striking is just on
always
point.
Been a great ball striker.
If he can get a putter going at all, which he didn't have last week, really. His putter's okay. His chipping was not great, but that's Kikuya and Poa greens, and we're all Bermuda here.
A little more predictable.
It is predictable. It's what these guys are used to. So I feel like Sergio will be better this week. So. I mean, he's striking it.
Yeah, he's playing well. And did I hear right? He's going to have a kid or something?
Yeah.
So his wife's pregnant. That's awesome.
Yep. It's due in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's before the Masters.
It should come before the Masters. Do you think that will affect his mindset going into this tournament? That he's got that on the back of the mind.
I think it will free him up from the standpoint of. His life is good. He's coming up on defending the Masters. He's got married last year. He's having a kid. She's already at home and waiting for that in Austin. And he's out on the road by himself. I think he's just relaxed and letting it fly.
So, what if she goes into labor while he's here? Is he leaving? Because you said she's only 2 weeks away. I'm trying to find the actual due date to see.
I don't think we're to the point where we have to worry about that.
Okay, we're not that close.
No.
Okay. Because that's the only thing that would worry me about him.
So it's funny because in 2 weeks, the tournament is in Austin, and that's where they live.
That's where I'll be.
Yeah, you'll be there.
I'll be there.
You gonna go watch Sergio's kid be born?
If they'll let me, I'll film it. Gladly.
I don't think they'll let you.
If you're watching, Sergio, and you need a cameraman, I'm your guy.
He doesn't even film this.
I don't. But I can hold a camera really steady.
All right, so that just got weird. So I like Sergio and I like Stenson this week. Stenson pops first in my model as well. He hasn't played in the States or on a PGA tour since the Hero. Does that scare you?
No.
Okay,
no.
so because he also has played overseas 3 times and with 2 top 10s.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, golf is golf. Whether you're playing it in the United States, China, Europe, wherever.
Well, there's, a fatigue problem.
Yeah,
getting used to the course and, jet lag and all that stuff. But he didn't go to Mexico last week, so he didn't get the shits like he did last year.
Who got it this year? Hatton?
Oh, Hatton got it last year and then joked on Twitter about getting it again this year and then finished, one bogeyed 18 to stay out of the playoff with Phil and JT.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, he had a mini meltdown.
Did he really? I see.
Well,
I gotta start getting more time.
So NBC ragged on him, for blowing up and being immature, and he needs to grow up. And it was a little overblown. He slammed 1 club into his bag, and they replayed it 3 times.
How many clubs does Tiger slam?
Exactly. And
Rory threw a club in Trump's leg.
Yeah. They did show that a lot, though. But then on his par putt, it was, 6-8 feet, and he hit it, and as soon as he hit it, it jumped 3 times, and it came up this short, so that affected it.
Sure.
And he was pounding the ground with his club, and they're throwing a fit. See, he's still immature. I'm yeah, Spieth does that, and Rahm does that on every putt that they don't make. How many times do you see Rahm stand there and go?
They every one of them.
And nobody says a word about it. But Hatton, heaven forbid.
Well, I think some of it, honestly, is they need a story.
Yeah, well. I thought NBC did good coverage, though.
From what I could see, yes.
They showed a lot of shots and kept you engaged, and it was very entertaining. So that's more than CBS does most of the time. So, all right.
So you're on Sergio, on Stenson.
Yep.
Off Spieth.
Yeah.
Off Rose.
Yeah.
Off Rory. Okay. I'm gonna fade Sergio.
Okay.
I'm worried his wife's going into labor.
That's a non-concern.
The due date is in early March.
Okay.
Where are we at?
We're in early March.
Early March. And now I might play him in some smaller bet lineups, but why would you risk it? If you know that is a possibility.
Yeah. All things being equal, why would you take that risk? I get it.
First kid, right?
Yeah.
He ain't missing it. I don't care if he's in the lead going into Sunday with 4 holes left. He gets that call. He's gone. He's not going to stay. I guarantee it.
You'd stay.
Not for my first kid. Second kid, yeah. Anybody would on their second kid.
I don't know about anybody.
Most people. 4 holes to play on Sunday? Unless he's got a private jet waiting, which he probably does. But yes, I'm fading Sergio just for the what ifs.
Okay.
I can play elsewhere and feel like I can cover that. So.
All right, you ready?
But I do like him here.
Okay.
Yep.
9,000. Paul Casey at 98. Tiger Woods at 95, which is lower than I thought it would be.
I still think he's overpriced.
I do too, field. But Tony Finau at 94. Ryan Moore at 91. Gary Woodland at 9,000. Now you say that, but he's sandwiched in between Paul Casey and Tony Finau, who Tony Finau has never won on tour, and Casey hasn't won in 10 years.
Okay.
You're telling me that Tiger doesn't have just as good a shot at winning this thing as one of those two?
No, I don't think he does. And
Who are you?
I'm the world's biggest Tiger fan.
No, you're not.
But
you're not.
But I think, realistically, it still comes down to Tiger's ability to play like he does on occasion consistently. if Tiger Woods could go throw a ball in the fairway from anywhere between 200 and 150 out, I take him to win. But he still has to get off the tee. And this is a tighter course. So this is going to kill him. But I will listen to what you're pointing at.
All right. So, for the record, I don't think I'll have much, if any, Tiger. But I really have struggled with Tiger because you can make a case for him.
Just because of his name.
Well, no, not even that. But look at what he's done. His ball striking is great. His putting's been out of this world.
Yeah, he's 10th on my model right now. He's 8th in putting, 31st in bogey avoidance.
So he's higher on your model than Rory, Jordan, Rose, Sergio.
Which none of those I'm taking.
Right, but I'm just saying, the way the works out, you can make a case for Tiger Woods.
Absolutely, 100%.
And it's not a driver course.
It's not.
It's narrower, and they're going to club down. So his 3-wood, his 2-iron, those are going to be able to hit the fairway. And then, if he hits the fairway, it's a ball striking and putting course. And the cut's going to be at, plus something.
Oh, he's going to make the cut.
He's going to make the cut.
But at $9,400 or $9,500, I feel like I have to do more than make the cut. And Finau gets me more than make the cut because Finau is really good at ball striking as well. He is 12th, where Tiger is 24th. Tiger is 36th in par 3 strokes gained. Finau is 26th. The only place that Finau is worse than Tiger is putting. Now, it's pretty significant in Finau's 76th and Tiger is 8th, so that's a big difference. But I trust Finau in this position more than I trust Tiger right now.
So, look at this. You look at their last handful of events.
Okay.
Tiger has a T23, a 12, and a cut.
Okay.
Finau has a T27, which is about the same as the T23, right?
Yep.
He has a T2, which is better than the
T12.
T12. But then he has a cut.
Isn't that the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're making a case about Finau being head and shoulders better.
But what does Finau have
when it comes
over the
down
last...
to a putt on 16, 17, or 18 on Sunday? Who you putting your money down on? Tiger Woods to make a putt or Tony Finau, who's
100% Tiger Woods? But
you don't think Tiger Woods is going to get to that putt?
Tiger Woods has got to get to that point where that putt matters.
So you're going to be a week late after riding this train for 3 years through injury and everything and saying he's going to win this first 2 events back and joking about that and taking him in tournaments. You're going to fade him at his arguably best opportunity yet.
I won't fade him. He's just not going to be in my core.
You just said you were going to play him.
No, I'm going to play Tiger, but I'm not going to put him in my core. He's by no means even close to my core. I will if I play 10 lineups, I'm going to have him in 2.
That's 20%.
Okay, but I'm not going to have 10 lineups. I'm going to have like 30.
So how many are you going to put him? 2?
Probably 3. So about 10%.
So, I mean,
but I'm going to have Finau in probably 20 to 25%.
How much are you going to have Casey in?
Probably a lot. So I was on Casey last week, and everybody gave me crap about Casey because he played horrible recently, and he finished, what, 12th? 14th last week? 12th. And that was a good pick because how much was he last week? He was
$8,400.
$8,400. And at $8,400 Paul Casey, if you don't take him, I think you're dumb because you have to. Now, he's back up to $9,800. He's second in my model, so I will have some of him. I don't know if he'll be in my core because I feel like at that 90, almost 10,000, you have to really pull a win off or a top 5 to get your point value, your worth. And I don't know that he's there yet. His bogey avoidance is pretty bad at 40th, but 4th in ball striking, 3rd in par 3, 25th in putting, and 14th in DraftKings points. So he's pretty good. He's a safe bet. He's a great cash play, I think. But I don't know if I'm going to have him in my core. But right now, Finau is in that group. Finau is who I like.
Okay. So we've been arguing, I don't know, a couple minutes about those 3. You have any love for Ryan Moore or Gary Woodland?
Not after last week with Woodland.
Now, so you think about Woodland though. This sets up. He's won here before, yeah. And and it sets up to a club down, hit your 3-wood, but he strikes me as hitting that winner's swoon, where he won a few weeks ago.
Yeah, winner's management.
And then he's going to just kind of not be satisfied, but just not have the same hunger.
Cut 49th and 50th.
Yeah, so he hasn't played well since he won.
No.
So what makes you think that he's going to automatically turn it around right now?
Zero. Anything. That's why I'm not going to take any of them.
Okay. And I don't have any love for Ryan Moore. I don't know why he's priced here, but...
Yeah, I think that's a big misprice. I mean, he's only averaging 64 DraftKings points. His T49, T9th cut, T6th. I mean, but that was going all the way back to November, so...
Yeah.
No, I don't have any love for Ryan here. I mean, realistically, Finau and Tiger are the two I will take in this area. Finau, 8 times.
So I talked you into Tiger.
No, Tiger. I will always take Tiger. Always. In one lineup or 2 lineups. Always.
Okay.
I don't care if he's the top-ranked guy in the best field in the world, and he's still playing like crap. I'm going to take Tiger. It's Tiger. But I'm not going to build lineups around Tiger.
Okay.
But I do like Paul Casey, too. I'll probably take Finau, Casey, and Woods.
See, this is what I want to try something with.
Keep
Casey's talking for a minute.
All right. Casey's averaging 80.5 fantasy points, so I'd have to take Casey over Finau. But Ryan Moore, Gary Woodland, who else we got in there? Anybody else? No.
No, just those 3. So, I like, for the record, Casey, Woods, and Finau as well in this. I like them a little bit.
All right, so let me ask you this. Can you start your lineup with Casey?
That's what I'm trying to do.
And it gives you 7,100 remaining. Casey, Tiger, and Finau.
Yeah. So I started.
I'll try it.
I started one. I started one yesterday with that, and then backed out of it, because there are 3 guys that I like at 7,100 or 7,000.
Yeah.
We'll get down there, and there's not a lot that I like, but...
I just had one of them to my lineup, so I know who that is, but...
So, yeah, I think that's interesting.
But I don't know that a winner's going to come from there.
You know, well, so not historically, because Tiger Woods is the most prolific winner on tour, but recently, yeah, it doesn't look like you're getting a winner out of there. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a little risky to me.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe fun.
Can I try to guess the 3 down in that lineup real quick?
Yeah, let me put my 3rd one in.
I know one of them's Cook.
Yeah.
Is the other one Harkins?
Yeah.
And Siwoo Kim?
No, I thought about putting Siwoo in there, but
who else would you have down there?
There's a couple guys that
Scott Brown?
No. Hostler.
Van Aswegen?
No, not this week. Chris Kirk I like down there a little bit. I mean, we'll get there. Okay. But Stuart Sink's down there. Keegan Bradley's down there. Brian Gay's down there. I don't have a ton of confidence in any of them. But if I loved the top of that lineup with Casey, Tiger, and Finau, then I could justify rolling one out there. Hell, I don't win anyway, so what the hell does it matter?
Well, I feel like this is a great GPP lineup.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's great, but it has potential.
Well, potential for a great GPP lineup. Like you couldn't get me to play this in a cash game if you paid my entry fee.
I bet I could if I paid your entry fee.
I don't know, because I know I can pick other players that give me a better chance at winning. All right, so where are we at? 80s and 8,000s?
Yeah, so that's where we stay in the 9,000. So then in 8,000, we got about, 8 golfers or so. So Hadwin, your defending champ. Adam Scott at 87. Brendan Grace at 86. Webb at 85. Benion at 84. Matthew Fitzpatrick at 83. Kuchar at 82. Louis Oosthuizen at 81. Cam Smith at 8,000. Kevin Nall at 8,000.
Do you fall into the Kuchar trap at 82? After last week's abysmal.
So, Kuchar was in my
over.
core last week and finished 58th or something. So, I mean, he was a non-factor all effing week.
I couldn't believe the play he had. I looked up, because I was at work, and I pulled up the PGA Live app and looked at his score, and I'm like, man, that's got to be wrong. There's something wrong. And then I looked at it like 20 minutes later, it got worse. I looked at it another hour later, it got worse. I'm like, what the heck is he doing? But
I saw a tweet on Thursday or Friday from somebody, and it said, do you remember when Matt Kuchar was a lock for cash games? I was like, yeah, I remember that. I thought he was this week too. So, yeah, not so much. So, no, I'm staying away from... Although, with that being said, this sets up as a Kuchar place, right?
Yeah, so
Keep it in the fairway, hit your ball close, and hit a putt.
On my... Where does he fall on my... Matthew Kuchar. Where are you at?
He's 26th in my model.
58th. I don't know what has happened to him. He used to be able to play golf.
And you've... So, last week, I didn't take RCB, and he was like 20-something% owned, and I didn't understand it. I was like, why is everybody jumping on RCB? I'm usually an RCB guy. But he lost so many strokes putting the week before. I was like, there's no way I'm taking him in this field. He can't putt. Then he goes out and makes every effing putt that he could find on the week and was like leading the field in putting. And they said on the broadcast that he just found something on a range session on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm like, well, fuck. So, but you're telling me Kuchar can't find something and it click and him be in the top 5 this week? But, and at 8,200, he's like Paul Casey, right? Last week?
He's like a Paul Casey last week. But,
I mean, Paul Casey's been playing better than Kuchar. But,
I mean, I'll let you take him. I'm not going to tell you can't.
I don't know. I think I'm off of him. But,
a lot of it will depend on ownership for me.
Yeah, I think so.
If we go into late Wednesday, early Thursday morning, and he's at 4%, 5%.
I don't think he'll be that low.
Then I'll take him. If he's anything over 10, I'm not going to take him.
I think he'll be 8 to 10% owned.
I'm thinking 12 to 15. By the
You think he'll be that high?
Yeah. What's he at right now?
I don't know. I'm looking it up. All these percentages are really, really low, so I don't know if they're right now. Well, it's still
early.
Yeah, but, I mean, most of the time they're like, some guys are at 20% and nobody's over like 6% right now. So I don't know that it's working correctly at the moment.
Well, we can check back later in the week.
Yeah. But only 10% on Fantasy National have put him in their
okay, so
lineups.
We're not taking Kuchar.
Yeah. I'm not taking Fitzpatrick.
No, not taking Fitzpatrick.
I don't like Louis this week.
I don't mind Louis this week. Who do you take out of here?
There's 3 guys that I really like.
You could take Hadwin because of his win.
And he's a great ball striker, and he plays well the last 3 weeks that he's played. Did you see that putt on Saturday?
Was it the like 200-footer?
No. So the hole's over here, and he putts this way.
Oh, it puts up the hill.
And it comes right back down and hits. I love those putts. So that was awesome.
So I'm going to guess Hadwin and Grace or Smith.
So,
in this area for you.
I like Hadwin. I like a little bit of Grace. I like Webb Simpson. I'm actually on Benny On this week.
All right.
And I'm in love with Cam Smith.
Yeah, because Cam Smith, I think at that 8,000 prize, 4 top 10s, averaging 90 DraftKings points, scoring average of 69.3 at 8,000.
I think this course fits him too.
Yeah, I could probably go with that. I mean, I don't know where he finishes on my model.
He doesn't finish great on my model is the only thing.
Well, if you want, you can use mine because he finished 7th then.
Good, because he's 57th in mine.
Perfect.
So, great. I'm using him.
Well, that means he's not going to play well, so I'm going to have to scratch him from my lineup.
Awesome.
Yeah, let me write him in my end core 4.
Okay.
I could see Hadwin and Smith, maybe Grace, maybe Simpson. Simpson, I don't think is. I mean, he's 5th on my model. He's great. He's number 1 in putting right now.
Yeah.
On my model, but I feel like Webb Simpson at any time can blow up with one of his shanks and lose it.
What's his putting?
1.
Yeah. How scary is that?
I either feel like he's been playing on a Hooters tour or something, and they're using those stats.
Well, I mean, clearly you've not been watching because he makes
he's been putting very well.
Yeah, and it scares me, but I like it a lot.
I mean, I can't argue it. I mean, the stats are right. The stats are there. You can't. Do you take? Okay, we'll play. Would you rather?
Okay, I love this game.
Hadwin or Simpson?
Oh, I thought you were talking.
We can play that one later.
All right.
Hadwin or Simpson?
Hadwin.
Hadwin or Smith?
Smith.
Smith or Simpson?
Because Smith's going to be less owned than Hadwin.
Yes. Smith or Simpson?
Smith.
So Smith or on?
Smith.
So Cam Smith's your guy in this group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so in this group it would go Smith, Hadwin, on, Simpson. And then nobody else.
Smith, Hadwin, on, Simpson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Well, listen to this lineup. The start of this. Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, y'all.
Paul Casey.
Yeah.
Cam Smith.
Yeah.
And Hadwin.
Yeah. Sounds like a good core for you.
Nah.
All right. You want to go to 7,000s? So
yeah,
as usual, there's 50 guys in the field in the 7,000s in the field.
So I will list everyone I like.
Okay, ready? Go.
Oh, what? Hadley.
Let's go.
Hadley. Chesson Hadley.
Yeah.
Zach Johnson.
Yeah.
Brandon Harkins.
Yeah.
Reevy.
Yeah.
Gay.
Yeah.
Kirk.
So.
And McGirt.
And McGirt.
McGirt.
Down in the dirt, McGirt.
Down in the dirt, McGirt is 14th on my model.
He's 15th on my model, but I ain't giving him any love today.
No love?
No love.
He's 13th in bogey avoidance.
I understand. All right,
that's
you ready?
That's a cut machine right there.
So, there's a lot of guys here.
Yeah, there's a ton.
Okay, Cook, as always. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, Cook, I've got Cook. But he's not very good in my model.
Yeah. And then Hostler, Harkins, Charlie Hoffman's there, I don't mind. Johnny Hunt is there, and I don't mind. Sam Burns, Mr. I can look Tiger Woods in eye to eye and outplay him, is there.
Okay.
Steve Stricker won on the senior tour.
Yeah, he cried again.
Yeah, he always cries when he wins. So does Bubba. I would too.
I mean, I don't know. I've never won anything like that, so I would assume.
Maybe. I mean, I cry a lot, so it does.
I've seen your lineups. You should be.
And then let's see, Zach. I love Luke List this week. I love Duff Daddy this week.
Duff Daddy. I've got a spot for Duff Daddy on a couple lineups because of course history.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything in my models, and that's. I mean, I like Cook this week at 71. I think that's a great prize for him.
All right.
68 in ball striking.
I want to play a game of Would You Rather with you.
101st in bogey avoidance.
For who?
Cook.
That's not good.
No. I mean, now I can see why he's 7,100. I mean, he's great in par 3 scoring, putting, and DraftKings points.
Yeah.
Shit, he's going to make
some big numbers.
Some numbers, and then try to back him up with some birdies. He might be flirting with the cut line.
He's not in my core, though.
Yeah, he might be in my core. I don't know.
All right.
All right. 'All right.
Would you rather?
Yes.
Ollie or Patrick?
Ooh. 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 To play golf with in this, like, put him in my lineup?
Yeah. So you're not having either in your lineups?
I don't want either.
Really?
No, definitely not.
So,
no.
I feel like that's going to be everybody's reaction. And one or both of them could pop and be in the top 5 this week. Now, Patrick has been so bad recently. Like, so bad recently.
61st in my model and 44th for Ollie.
Yeah.
I mean, ball striking, neither of them bring anything to the table. Patrick is his best stat is bogey avoidance at 33rd. Ollie's best stat is DraftKings points at first.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, 114th at bogey avoidance.
Yeah, so you're not taking either of those? Any love for Kokrak? He's 9th in my model, but I don't like him this week.
Yeah, I don't.
Bill Haas, after his near-death experience, is back for the first time.
No, I'm not gonna play that. He's gonna. Have to do
he's either won here or finished second here or something like that recently.
Yeah, just coming off of an issue like that, I'm just gonna let him play around.
And in general, he doesn't make enough birdies for me. He's like Jim Furyk, Mr. Par Man. So
which is okay here.
Yeah, but Steve Stricker is interesting. He plays well here. He just won, so you know he has form.
My only concern with Stricker is this course might be a little long for him.
No, I don't think so. But
because he's going to be coming in with 2 irons higher than most everybody else.
I think he's going to be too much owned percentage-wise.
That could be true too.
I think he's going to be pretty chalky. All right, since we named everybody else down through there that we really like.
Who's your number 1 guy? You can only pick one guy in the 7,000s. Who is it?
Jason Hadley.
Same guy. Can't not take him. He's
$7,100.
$7,100, and he is
$7,400.
$7,400, and he's 4th in my model. So what's odd? We talked about this a little bit before we started filming. Scott Stallings.
Yeah, he's 2nd in my model.
Is number 3 in my model, and then you go over to tournament history here on Fantasy National. You sort it by player. And then you scroll down and you look for Scott Stallings, which I can't find him. There he is. So his strokes gained total since 2013 is negative 22.8, which the only person worse than that is Rod Perry. Last year's finish, Scott Stallings finished 68th. And his previous 4 years, he finished cut. Okay?
Yep.
So if you look at this, I would have to say, no, not happening. But you look at his recent form, he is 28th ball striking.
Okay.
1st par 3 scoring with 5 par 3s here. 10th in putting. 12th in DraftKings points. And 43rd in bogey avoidance. Do you take a flyer on him at 73?
No.
Not even one. If you did 20 lineups, not one.
Nope.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna have him in 1.
Okay. You know who I'm taking my flyer on like that?
Duff Daddy.
No.
No.
I'll have some Duff Daddy. My flyer.
Your flyer.
Flyer. Sang Moon.
Yeah.
He plays the course fairly well. He's rounding into form. I like him here.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So 6,900 and lower?
Yep. Here's the deal. I'm going to give you 2 names, and you're not going to go anywhere else other than that.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going anywhere else other than those 2 names. And those names are Aaron Weiss.
Got him.
And Ryan Armour.
Interesting.
Other than that, I'm not going anywhere else in the 6,000s.
What about the couch potato?
No.
36th in my model. Not bad. Armor 65th. I mean, Aaron Wise was who stuck out to me.
There's not a lot.
The only other person I could possibly see, and this is just a filler, is Ben Martin.
He's been playing all right, but I don't trust him.
What about the horseshoe? Billy. Horschel.
You can have him.
Grayson Murray.
Joe will take him. Billy Ho! I get those texts all the time when Billy Horschel's in his lineups.
Because, I mean, here's Harold Varner.
No.
Colton Nost.
He has a great nickname, though.
The Spider Monkey.
Oh, that's good.
Vajagas.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's 69.
Coat Nost is Big Gravy.
What?
Big Gravy.
The Big Gravy. I can take him just based on that. No, there's not much I see below.
Don't go in the 6,000s. That's all.
I mean,
You've been warned.
With the way Spieth is playing and putting, and this is a putting match. No, you don't need the number one guy. Rory to me is a flyer. He's either going to miss the cut or win the tournament. Sergio got baby issues.
He doesn't have baby issues.
I don't trust it. I'm not taking him.
All right.
So you don't need to dig that deep. Stenson at 10-2, I feel like is a great starting point, and you compare him up with a 71 or 74 of Cook or
Cook. You just argued against Cook.
Yeah, but Cook's good.
Yeah.
Cook's not a $6,900 player.
All right.
7,000.
Yeah. All right. Tell me your core.
Well,
so here's the deal. Just so you guys know, we don't discuss our cores until this point in the show. So I have no idea who he's going to pick, and he has no idea who I'm going to pick.
And I don't know if I know who I'm going to pick at this point. So it's funny because I wrote down on my little note paper SC4, which was my starting core 4.
Yeah.
And then I have an EC4. So as we talked and found some more data out, I changed it. And there are 2 players that I'm going to sub. So my starting core 4 was Stenson, Cook, Casey, and Harkins.
Okay.
Left me 79.50. I'm going to look at putting Cam Smith and Chesson Headley in there versus Harkins and Cook.
Okay.
I'm going to see, and I may make 2 core 4s where the majority of my lineups are made with those 6 players and then filling in elsewhere. But that's who. Those 4 are who I'm going to stick with, and then I'm going to fill in some with Smith and Headley.
Okay. So, this is a perfect transition into our Twitter question last week from Mitch McMean. He asked us, do we use all 4 of our core 4 in our lineups? In all of our lineups. And I wrote him back, how I usually do it is, I don't usually mass enter, so I usually have, 3 to 5 different lineups. And when I do, I have at least 1, if not 2, with all 4 of my 4 in it. And then the rest have usually 2 to 3 of them in it. So you're way overweight on those 4 guys. And sometimes 100% on half of them. Something like that. So that's how I treat the core 4. It's not like every lineup I have, I stick all 4 of these guys in. Some weeks it would work, some weeks it won't. But that's how I normally treat my core 4. How do you treat yours?
So depending on how I feel about my core 4, because I do a lot of mass entering, I will have, so with this Stenson, Cook, Casey, Harkins lineup.
So you're really going to have 6 cores this week? Because you're going to add those other 2.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to
spread those bottom ones out.
I'll take these 4, my original 4, the Stenson, Cook, Casey, Harkins, and then I'll go through and I'll add 2 players to about 6 lineups. And I'll have 6 lineups with that core in it. And then I'll have another 6, and I'll replace Cook and Harkins with Smith and Casey, and then go back and add 2 players to each of those. And I'll have roughly 12 players with 100%, or 12 lineups with roughly 100% of those 6 players in there. And then, say I'm doing 25 lineups, I got 13 left. Then I'll try to do those 13 with none of those players.
So half of your lineups won't have any of them in.
Half of my lineups won't have any of them in there. But the majority of the money I enter will be revolved around these guys.
Okay.
Because I feel like sometimes and I don't know how other people feel, but we can get so deep into this research, and I know you have a huge problem with tinkering.
Some days.
So what I'll do is I'll literally make my 12 lineups with these guys probably today and be done with those. And those 13 other lineups I make are just going to be random. I get to flip my phone open at work, pick 2 or 3 guys, close it, come back, pick 2 or 3 guys, close it. And then I call them flyer lineups. Because how many times do we see a lineup that wins and it's just some random people that just got picked? And that's like, I'll start a lineup with Finau, Tiger, Casey, and 3 low guys, and just do a couple randoms. Not many of those guys are going to be in my core. So that's how I play it. I will say I tend to win more money when I stick to my core, but those are in cash games. I tend to lose more money when I play my 13 lineups, my random lineups. But my random lineups have the possibility of winning me more because they're in GPPs.
So my answer to tinkering has not been very well. So I build my lineups, Monday, Tuesday, and then on Wednesday and Thursday, instead of tinkering with those, I'll just throw more money in and add more lineups.
I don't know. How is that working?
I'm going poor. I'm going broke. I'm going broke. So, also, your core is very similar to what we've been doing. A higher guy, a mid guy, and leaving, 72-ish?
79.50.
79.50 this week. Taking a different approach this week.
Yeah, have we even heard your core yet?
No. I'm saving it, man.
Right. I see you just rewrote it.
Well, yeah, because I've scratched it a million times over there. So, it's my original one, but I've changed it like 3 times, and then I went back to it. So this is what it is.
All right, what you got?
I got Finau at 94.
Okay.
I got Cam Smith at 8,000. I got Hadley at 7.4, and I got Harkins at 71.
So I see what you're doing. You're going all mid to low guys.
And that leaves you $9,100 for your other 2 guys. So you pick who you like at the top and fill it in from there. And
I feel like this is a week you can do that.
Yeah.
Because if you've got Hadley at 74, Smith at 8, Cook at 71, Harkins at 7,000, where some tournaments those guys are 1,000 plus more dollars, and you wouldn't be able to do that. So that's probably a good way to look at it. And I'll probably
because I'm not I like Sergio and I like Stenson. I like a little bit of Paul Casey. I like a little bit of Tiger Woods. So that allows me some freedom to go get 1 or 2 of those guys and put them in this lineup with these guys.
Okay, so let me play devil's advocate then. In my core, I'm relying 100% on Stenson and Casey to make the cut.
Yeah.
My hope are Cook and Harkins make the cut. In my opinion, in your lineup, who are you relying 100% on to make the cut?
Well, Finau.
Okay.
So Finau's my guy to make the cut and contend.
Okay.
And I think Smith and Hadley absolutely make the cut and have a shot to be top 10, top 15. And then Harkin, I trust him to make the cut 100%. But then, if he's top 25, I'm super happy. And then I still have $9,100 that I could go get Tiger, sure. Paul Casey, Sergio, somebody big like that who I also think can win and make the cut.
So do you feel that there is more risk of your core doing either really good or really bad versus just they're going to get through the cut?
No. I think I feel comfortable getting them all through the cut. It's like I said, Tony I think can contend.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then normally my core, then you have 2 other guys that are in the Cam Smith area where you're just hoping to get through the cut and do a top 20 something, right? Well, now with the money that I have left this week, I can go get 1 or 2 guys that I really think can win as well. And it really adds to the lineup that way. And then I can also diversify at the top too.
Yeah.
So instead of picking 100% of DJ like I did last week and him,
you can throw it between Rose, Tiger,
Stenson, Sergio, even a Spieth or Rory if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going this week, and then figuring out who I think is going to be the stud or the winner later in the week.
I think it's a good. I think it's a good idea, especially this week with the pricing the way it is.
It lends itself a lot more to the pricing this week.
I think it hard last week.
Yeah.
Or even the week prior.
Right.
So I think it's more of a pricing structure that allows you to do that.
Right.
Because I think you're right.
And there's no guys that I'm absolutely in love with at the top. There's no Rahm, there's no DJ, there's no JT. And the form of the two top guys of Jordan and Rory aren't great. Yeah. And you haven't even seen Stenson this year. Yeah. And you think Sergio has baby problems.
He does.
So, I mean, it's... To me, the top is a lot more of a question mark than 90% of the tournaments we do. We say going in, the winner's coming out of the top 5. This week, there's a 50-50 chance that the winner is.
Perfect segue. Who's your winner?
Serge.
All right.
One and done in him. I already locked him in. So he's going to miss the cut or have a baby and withdraw.
I automatically know now to remove Sergio from all lineups because you took him in one and done.
Yeah.
100% done. 100%.
Yeah.
Because you're
it's not a dumb move.
No, I guarantee you I won't have him in a single lineup now. Because your one and done hasn't finished better than T last place.
Yeah, pretty close.
I mean, what's your highest one and done?
I mean...
T37?
No, well, maybe, because that was a WGC. I'd have to pull it up. Nobody cares that much.
Well, what I'm saying
wasn't great.
At T37, at your potential highest one and done pick, and we've done, 7 tournaments?
Yeah. My highest, money-wise, other than the 2 WGCs, was Kevin Kisner at Sony Open, and I don't know what that was.
Okay.
It wasn't great. It was, like, mid of the pack.
So my fear with your picks then, based on your one and dones, is $10,900 is way too much to waste. So I will go elsewhere. My winner, is Stenson.
Well, that's nice because I will have a lot of Stenson.
I think he's gonna play well here, and I think he's gonna do well. Who's your dark horse? Don't say it. I know you're gonna say it too. Go ahead. I'll let you have this one.
Tiger Woods?
Yep.
I don't know if he's a dark horse.
Of course he's a dark horse. Until he proves he's 100% back.
How am I the Tiger fan in this all of a sudden?
I'm not sure. I'm still a Tiger fan, and I think he can win any one of these tournaments because he's Tiger Woods, but I don't think he's front runner.
I also want to be ahead of him before Bay Hill because I think he'll be very popular at Bay Hill and play well at Bay Hill. So I kind of want to get my fill of Tiger before that run next week.
All right, so you're taking Tiger as your dark horse. Okay.
I guess I have to put him in a lineup then, huh?
Yeah. So
I mean, I think Tony Finau has a good shot at winning, or I wouldn't have put him in my core there instead of Tiger.
Okay.
But the range of outcomes for Tony Finau is way smaller than the range of outcomes for Tiger Woods.
Meaning that Tony Finau is going to be average a much higher finish.
Yeah.
Than Tiger. Okay. That's my dark horse. Jeez, I don't know. Because I like Tiger. I want Tiger to win, but I would have to go Cam Smith.
I like him. He's in my core.
Yeah, I think Cam Smith could do something good here. That's my dark horse.
All right.
I can't think of anything else.
Leave a comment below. Who's your dark horse? Or tweet us. Either way.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. As always, we enjoy doing this.
Yes,
and
we do.
We'll talk to you again next week. Good luck. See ya.